Columbus on Fox 28 starts now.
Still ahead on Good Day Columbus, Dana Turtle visits a multi-million-dollar home, but Wisteria Lane has nothing on this mansion. The scandalous history behind this house. That's coming up after the break.
But in the meantime, for all you billionaires out there, you know, it's a house that's hard not to miss along the Scioto River in northwest Columbus.
Just because it's humongous. It's 36,000 square feet. 36,000 square feet.
Wow.
You need like a map to get around it. It has 12 bedrooms, 15 bathrooms.
Well, that's convenient.
And Pete, it's for sale.
Oh, nice.
If you have $3 million, it could be yours. That's it.
Wow.
$3 million.
This morning, Dana Turtle's thinking about buying it. He takes us on a tour and shares the home's scandalous history.
All right, Lynn, I don't even know where to begin with this one. Take it away. This is the second biggest house in Franklin County.
First is Les Wexner's, but first of all, that is not the entire story of this house. It's just how big it is. It is steeped in scandal and mystery and intrigue. But first of all, what's the question you always ask me?
Well, how much is it?
$2.999 million. It has 12 to 16 bedrooms, 14 full baths, 7 half baths, 2 libraries, 2 kitchens, 8 kitchenettes, pool, party house, boat dock. And I got to ask you a question, Dana.
Yeah?
How does a man live with his wife, his mistress, and the 2 kids he fathered by his mistress in the same house?
I have absolutely no idea.
You buy a 37,000 square foot house.
Oh my gosh. We're going to go in it. Coming up next.
Well, that sounds like a sticky situation.
You know what's
Nice.
funny? When I was moving here, I was looking for a place to rent. That popped up because you can rent out the guest house out in the front.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I was like, no.
Well, they do have a website for it, by the way. If you go to ours, myfox28columbus.com, click on news links. We also have a link to Realtor Lynn Williams' website if you're looking maybe for another multi-million-dollar property.
Perhaps that's yours.
Scandalous.
Well, yeah, there is a scandalous history behind one of the largest homes in Central Ohio. It's up for sale, so you could buy all that scandal for $3 million.
It's actually kind of a bargain. I mean, it's a huge home along the Scioto River. I'm sure you've probably seen it in northwest Columbus. We're getting a special tour this morning.
Dana Turtle is showing us what you see as soon as you walk into the front door of this humongous house.
All right, so we are inside of this mansion now, Lynn. We can't get to everything because it's so huge. And tell us about this room and tell us about some of the scandal involved.
Absolutely. Well, this was Don Ator was the original builder. He owned Qualstan. This home really put him under financially. So this was his vision. So Michael Dickinson was the painter, and Don hired him to paint the entire house, and he told him to clear his schedule for 2 to 3 years. After 9 months, he fired him because financially this was more than Ator could handle. What happened with Ator is he had a young wife who was originally his hairdresser with 2 small children. He was in his 60s. He got cancer. He unfortunately died, never saw his vision, no insurance for this woman. She lost the house, lost everything.
And then something else happened.
And then we go into the Parento era with the money laundering, the real estate fraud, the mistress, everything juicy happens in that little era.
We'll get to that when we come back, and then we're going to check out the master bedroom with a breakfast room, too.
Okay. Great.
Unbelievable. We'll be right back with that.
All right, thanks, Dana. Well, the master bedroom suite of the largest home for sale in Franklin County is as big as a house itself.
Oh, for sure. Coming up next, Dana Turtle is showing us all the rooms and gets more scoop on the people who used to live there. Scandal. So it's a house that your entire family and then some could easily live in. I mean, their family, their friends' family, everybody. In-laws, cousins, who knows? You might not even know who's in your house because it's so big.
Probably. You'd all get lost. And this morning we're getting a look inside the second largest home in Franklin County. Well, it's second only to Mr. Wexner's house.
Of course.
It's 36,000 square feet. It's nestled alongside the Scioto River in northwest Columbus.
Sounds picturesque, right? Dana Turtle not only shows us the master bedroom suite, it's complete with in-house hair salon.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Dana would like that.
But finds out more about there's a scandal involving the former owners.
Oh.
Of course.
All right, so we are back here at our mansion on Dublin Road on the northwest side of Columbus. Lynn is back with us. This is the master bedroom you're looking at, everyone. But it's not really just a master bedroom. It's more like a master bedroom house. And it's all dripping in scandal.
It's all dripping in
Yeah.
scandal, yes. The mistress was being investigated by for tax fraud. And then when the feds came down on her really strong, she agreed to give evidence against her lover, Parento, and she actually wore a wire in the house to incriminate him.
A wire in the house.
A wire in the house to incriminate him. Right now we're in their master suite, which has a dining room, has a kitchenette, has an exercise room, has even a beauty salon.
A beauty salon?
Yeah, so, I mean, but this could be a made-for-TV movie.
Oh my gosh.
We wouldn't even have to write the script.
Unbelievable. Okay, so next we're going to go down to the first floor and show you one of 2 libraries here in the house.
Correct.
It's crazy. Stick around for that coming up.
We talked about this before. It is a home like no other. Coming up on Good Day Columbus, Dana Turtle shows us the first floor library of the largest home for sale in Central Ohio. And by the way, it's not the only library in the house. Now, this is pretty good so far.
It's very menacing.
You know, when it comes to like materialism, there really is like no other home like this one in Central Ohio.
Unbelievable. It's a 36,000 square foot home. It's for sale on the Scioto River, and it comes, well, it has somewhat of a scandalous backstory.
Uh-oh.
The last owner is sitting in federal prison now in New Jersey.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Dana Turtle takes us inside the libraries and living rooms, plural, of this $3 million home.
Okay, we're back in our mansion on Dublin Road. Lynn Williams with us. This is one of 2 libraries. There's so much to show in this house, like we just can't get it all. So this is literally a library that people used.
It was a library they used, and you have like 3 rooms, and then you have another room beyond that encompasses all this. But, you know, one of the things that I think we ought to talk about a little bit is how did the Parentos get this house? They bought this after Ator lost it to the bank. They bought it from the bank, and there was supposedly some fraudulence even in that. They paid $1.7 million for it, and they immediately refinanced it. The mistress was the trustee on this, and they refinanced it for $9 million, and eventually had up to $18 million against this house before all the house of cards started to fall down around them.
And they're all in prison now.
Yes, they are. The mistress ended up being investigated, as I said, for tax fraud, and she wore a wire in the house and actually got Parento on tape admitting that he would be in handcuffs if it weren't for her and the accountant. It actually was played in court. He's in prison for 23 years. I think she's probably, I think she got a sentence for 4. I got a little bit of time to find a place for those 2 young children, too.
The house kind of feels a little sad. It's beautiful, but it feels a little bit sad. All right, so we want to go into the dining room next and check that out, and that'll be our final stop.
Okay.
All right.
You know, Sean, with Callaway, it's that cycle. He wanted to be rich. He was rich, and then his follow-up was, I used to be rich.
See? Slippery slope.
Yeah.
Careful what you wish for. It's our last look inside a mega mansion for sale. Sorry, on the Scioto River. Didn't mean to throw that at you.
That's all right. Dana Turtle finishes the tour in the party room, of course.
Of course.
And then he crunches the numbers for us to see just what it would cost to own this dream home.
Okay, our final stop here at this mansion on Dublin Road. What room is this, Lynn?
Well, this is kind of like the Versailles dining room or the King Henry VIII dining room. You have a princess balcony so the owners could look down and wave at their guests here.
So hundreds of people would hang out in here and party.
Well, they had some great parties in here and in that room beyond. But, you know, the thing that is you're right, Dana, this is a sad house. It's never had a good ending for anybody here. Parento went to prison for 23 years. His mistress went to prison. His wife went to prison. Some of his friends went to prison on this. So, you know, and the house has been on the market originally at $5.99. And remember, they have dropped that price $1 million since the last time I was in here. It's at $2.999. So
my final question to you is always this: what would it cost me per month to own this place and make it a fun place?
Dana, it's not going to happen. The taxes are $120,000 a year. Average income in America is $48,000. Plus, it's $20,000 a month to the upkeep on this.
$20,000 a month just to upkeep this place. All right, Lynn, beautiful home. I think I'm gonna have to pass though.
I think you
Thank
made
you
a
for
wise
the tour.
decision.
Thank you for the tour of the second largest home in Franklin County. Back to you.
Wow.
$120,000 a year just for taxes? 20 grand a month?
Taxes, schmaxes.
Yeah, whatever.
That's how that guy got in that trouble.
Hey, so obviously